During our years as dive masters, we've always enjoyed sharing the beauty and power of the ocean.
Join us as we venture to these oceans, exploring places that most people only dream about.
At the bottom of your screen are small images that will aid you in your exploration. These images serve as buttons.
If you click on the compass rose image, we'll show you a world map where you can select a dive destination. If you want to learn more about dive equipment in the underwater environment, click the red and white dive flag. For help anytime, click the Life Preserver image. Or to quit the experience, click on the sunset image.
Additional images will appear at various times. To learn their purpose, simply position the cursor arrow on top of the image. To make a selection, click on the desired image.
As we go on our many adventures together, we will use the latest in dive equipment and technology. This includes wireless transmitters that will allow us to talk to you underwater, describing the many wonders as they are encountered.
We're ready when you are, so make a selection at any time. During our years,
there are many oceans we can explore which are shown on this map. Click on one area now, or click on the magnifying glass image at the bottom of the screen for an index of dive locations and their attractions.
Let's look at a more detailed map so you can select an area to explore.
We've arrived in the waters of Maui.
Maui draws people for two reasons: because it is civilized and because it isn't. Here on the second largest of the Hawaiian Islands, those who venture into Maui's wilderness can find both untouched tropical countryside and contemporary lodgings. On the rural end, Maui has a splendid variety of astounding natural features. Among them, Haleakala, the world's largest dormant volcano. This 10,000-foot mountain casts a matronly shadow over the eastern part of the island, encompassing in its wide slopes everything from farms to rainforests to sharp cliffs. Heaven is what most visitors feel they have found when they come to Maui. From the whimsical whaling town of Lahaina to the resort-studded beaches of Kaanapali, there are comfortable digs, fabulous native cuisine, Olympic-level shopping opportunities, and a range of outdoor pursuits. On top of Maui's pleasures, you have festive tropical weather. There are two seasons here. One, from April to November, ranges in the 80s. The rest of the year centers in the 70s. If you get too warm, you can cool off in the ocean, which stays at a pleasant 75 to 80 degrees almost year-round.
We're anchored in 90 feet of water, with visibility at about 80 feet. Our maximum depth will be about 60 feet. This underwater terrain is very rocky because of the volcanic origin of the island. Click the thumb down image at the bottom of the screen when you're ready to enter the water.
Your night dive visibility is determined by the power of your dive light.
Now that we've made it down safely, take a look around. Pass your cursor over images that interest you. If a dive mask appears, then click on that image to learn more. Don't forget to keep your eyes out for lost treasure. When you're ready to go back to the boat, select the thumb up icon to ascend.
That leaping behavior is called breaching. These humpback whales are famous for it. No one knows for sure why they do it, but it certainly looks like fun. Humpbacks are easily identifiable by their lumpy heads and long, white, wing-like flippers. Every summer they return to these waters from their feeding grounds far to the north, in the icy waters of Alaska. Here they will mate and calve. Humpbacks are famous for their haunting songs, but I don't think we'll hear any today. Apparently, singing is the province of the solitary male. this hawksbill turtle doesn't seem to notice that remora, which seems to want to attach itself in order to get a free ride. He seems a lot more interested in us and demonstrating his considerable swimming ability. This is obviously not a fearful creature. It's hard to say who's more interested in whom.
These Pacific spotted dolphins look like they're interested in performing a water ballet for us. They're probably zapping us with their sonar and checking us out at the same time. Here comes a pygmy killer whale. He's a lot smaller than his namesake, but has a reputation for being aggressive.
It's hard to tell whether this trumpetfish is swimming forwards or backwards. The false eye on its tail doesn't make it any easier.
These black damselfish, lemon tangs, and long-snouted butterfly fish are a testament to the harmony of life on the reef, not to mention the beauty. These black damselfish, lemon tang. These black damselfish. You found an old plate. It's fairly plain and pretty crude. It was most likely used for the crew on a cargo ship. You found an old plate. If you're planning on traveling soon, you should know that it's recommended to wait 12 hours after scuba diving before getting on an airplane. Diving is a unique way to play in the water, and you need to operate in comfort to enjoy yourself and dive safely. So click on each piece of equipment to learn its purpose and use. For information about ocean conditions, ocean education, and dive safety, click on the book.
The dry suit traps a pocket of warm air around the diver, who stays dry. The wet suit is the most common exposure suit. Water trapped in the space between the diver's skin and the suit is warmed by body heat and acts as an insulator. The cylinder-shaped scuba tank is made of metal and used to store high-pressure air for underwater breathing. Tanks come in a variety of sizes, depending on how much compressed air they can hold. A standard 80 cubic foot tank holds enough air to fill a walk-in closet. On the top of the tank is a valve, which opens and closes to control airflow to the diver's regulator. Mask drops contain an anti-fogging solution that divers apply to the inside of the dive mask lens. The pressure gauge lets the diver monitor the amount of air left in the tank during a dive. Wetsuit boots are worn to protect the diver's feet, as well as keep them warm.
There are many oceans we can explore which are shown on.
Click any of the equipment shown to learn more, or click the book to learn about the dive environment. Click the sunset image to exit the program. Click on the dive flag image to learn about dive equipment and the dive environment. Click on the compass rose image to explore worldwide dive locations. Click the treasure chest image to view a list of treasures you've discovered at various dive locations.